What is up, guys? So today I have my Ultra B over here. We're going to be installing Project 9's new functional brake light kit for the Surron Ultra B. Now this is a plug and play kit, meaning that you don't have to do any soldering or tapping into any wires. That means that you can keep your factory warranty with this bike, which some people really appreciate. As you guys know, the off-road versions on these bikes don't come with any light in the back or tail light or brake light, which is very dangerous riding at night. You're practically invisible. So this tail light kit adds a lot of safety if you're riding at night. Okay, so this is what comes in the brake light kit. This is the brake light. What I like about the brake light is that it's very small and sleek, not like that stock tail lights or other brake lights that are really big and bulky. So really nice design from Project 9. You got your wiring harness. This wiring harness runs from the front of the bike all the way to the back. And we also have your adapter. So this plugs into the main wiring harness on the bike, draws your power from the headlight, and it also taps into the brake signal switch, so it lets the light know when you're braking. So the first step, what we're gonna wanna do is remove our battery and our seat. So now we moved our battery and our seat, and the first step is to remove this front plate. So we're gonna take off this screw right over there, right next to the ignition. This one right over here. And then the same one on the other side, right there. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so now that we got the bolts taken off the number plate, we're going to flip the plate around. And this on the right side is going to be the wiring harness that we're tapping into. So just undo that. And remember, we got the battery out, so this is safe to do. So this is the wiring harness that comes with the kit, and we're just gonna plug it into the stock wiring harness. Really simple. So we have our wiring harness that we got with the kit, and this is the adapter that we just plugged in. If you pay attention to the adapter, there's going to be two wires with a double connector, and there's going to be one with a single. And on our wiring harness, there's going to be a male side and a female side. So we're going to take the male, the red wire, which is the brake signal switch. We're going to connect that one to the single connector on our adapter. Should click into place. And then with your guys's one, it's going to have a red thing on the wire indicating that it is positive. The other one that doesn't have that red thing on the wire is going to be your negative. So we're gonna take our yellow, which is the positive from the brake light or from the wiring harness, and connect to either or, it doesn't matter, to the positive. And then we're gonna take the black one from the wiring harness and plug it into the double connector that doesn't have that red thing indicating that it's the positive. So we don't have that red thing on the wire indicating that this one is positive at the moment, but in your kit you should have it. So now that we got that attached to the wiring harness, we're gonna slip it through the fork. And then we're going to put back our number plate. Now that we got the number plate put back on and adapter installed, what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna take our wiring harness, and follow this rear brake wire. So we're gonna follow this wire all the way down over here through the back of the controller. You can push this wiring harness through the back, but we found that it's easier just to take off the 4 bolts on the controller and route this in the back of it. So you're gonna want to follow, and then it's gonna go below, right below the battery, and keep on following it down here. Alrighty guys, so we got the wiring harness routed through the first part of the bike and behind the front controller. As you can see, I threw on some zip ties. I'm gonna cut these off after. Threw some zip ties just to hold it in place, and then went behind the controller down here, and I just kind of followed all of these wires, and then through this area we're gonna pass through right there. And then as you can see on the suspension linkage, there should be a mount where you can run the line and throw a zip tie on it. So we're gonna run it through this area right over here, and then we're gonna have to take off this part of the bike. Okay, so this is where we are at now. So this is the thing that I was talking about that allows you to throw a zip tie on, and we're gonna run this like that, and it's gonna go through these panels over here. So we're gonna zip tie the wire right on that linkage like that. And remember, you don't have to go around with the zip tie like that. There's something back here that holds the zip tie. So you just put it through like that, and then that allows you to mount it and run it through. So we're gonna take off this bolt, this Allen right over here, this Allen underneath here, and we're also gonna be taking off these tabs right over here, and there is a couple more underneath. There's one right over here and another one right over here. Now it's really easy to take these off. We're just gonna use a small flathead screwdriver, get underneath there and pry it off. Okay, so this is how you take off the tabs. I'm just using this small flathead. I'm just gonna get a little bit underneath it, try not to damage the bike too much, but you do gotta kind of, and then we're just gonna wanna pull up on it and slowly pull it out. Should come out easily like that. So we're gonna do that for this one, and then the two underneath. Okay, now that we got those tabs taken off and all the bolts taken off, we can just pull this off like that. We got our wiring harness. We're just gonna run it through the back like so, and then there's gonna be this tab, and we're going to zip tie the wire to it like so. Okay, so we ran the wiring harness from the linkage through the back of the subframe, attached it to this bracket, and now we are going to remove the fender. So we're going to take off these 4 bolts. I already took off these 2, and we're also going to remove this tab, and these 2 screws to remove this fender. Now on the underside of the fender, you're gonna have this plastic piece, and what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to take out the nuts, two of these nuts that are in the plastic piece. So it should look like this, and we're gonna put this in the new tail light. So we have the tail light right over here. And these are the nuts that we took out of that plastic piece underneath the fender, and we're just gonna wanna place these inside like that. Okay, now that we got all the bolts off and the fender can practically come off, what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to take our tail light, pull the wires through here, then want to just mount like that. Then we're gonna run these wires, tuck it underneath here, and then there's gonna be this cutout right over here, which you can run your wire through like that, and then just plug it in according to the colors. So yellow to yellow, black to black, and red to red. So we got the brake light installed, everything all wired up. So the brake light, the wire comes through there, goes through the fenders, and then it's gonna tuck in, wire through there. And now what I have done, I put in the battery, and now we are going to test before we button everything up to make sure it works. Turn on the switch, and now we have a brake light. Sick. Really sleek, small. Cannot even see it from the side. Nothing sticking out. Very bright. Okay, now we're gonna test the brake light function. I have my friend over there pressing the brakes. There we go. Working functional brake light for the Ultra B. And now we're just gonna go ahead and button everything up, and I'll show you guys what it looks like outside at night. Right, so we just got done installing the brake light kit for the Ultra B from Project 9 Designs. If I wasn't filming and everything, probably would have took 20 to 30 minutes. It's a very quick and easy install. Again, it's plug and play, so no soldering, no stripping wires, none of that. Plug and play so you can keep your factory warranty. You can't really tell right now because of all the lights in here, but this light is actually very bright. And when you press the brakes, it gets even brighter than this. Very sleek design. So from the side, you cannot even see that the brake light is there. But from the back, you can obviously tell that there's a brake light. For everybody with the off-road version of these Surrons and you ride at night, this is something I definitely recommend. Makes night riding a lot safer. And I also got the Project 9 Underglow kit installed, which fits nicely with all of my purple parts. And if you folks use the discount code in the description box below, you'll get 20% off all Project 9 products. Alrighty guys, thank you for watching. Hope you folks enjoy.